The Domino Effect. It's a tale of trees rooted in history. His story, that is, of good and evil, God and man, Planned Parenthood, no yin and no yang, but a tale told true. We weren't set up to be messed up, but we messed up what God set up.
I look around, make sure nobody's looking. My grandmother's back at the cabin. I take one step, and I walk like 4 feet on water. I really didn't, but that would be unbelievable if I did, you know?
Now, normally I'm like this curly-haired crusader for creativity and, messiness and, poetry and all that stuff. And in my personal life, I'm a disaster area. I'm a category 5. I don't know how to pick up after myself. It's just ridiculous. But for some reason, when it comes to worship, I love liturgy and I love structure.
You're just driving, all of a sudden a police officer pulls his big car out behind you. It doesn't matter what you're doing there, it feels like you're sinning, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing, it feels like you're making a mistake. You've been just kind of relaxing, driving. All of a sudden, in this moment, you're 10 and 2. You haven't been 10 and 2 in 9 months, and you're going 10 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2.
The more people I'm around, I am shocked at how, as adults, we move away from a childlike faith.
I mean, it's not the typical Jesus that you are accustomed to in your life. It's not the candy-coated, felt-board Jesus. It's not Ricky Bobby's 8-pound, 6-ounce Jesus lying in a manger.
The cool thing about that, though, is you learn more about that, and that neat exercise as we greet one another in the community of God. It has its origins all the way back with Orthodox Jews, to who this day, when they greet each other, they'll say what? Shalom, or peace, saying, God's peace be with you. And in a sense, what they're saying is, we look forward to a day when God's peace reigns.
He said, here's the deal. On the tree, God took not just our infirmities, but our iniquities. He became sin so that we could become the righteousness of God.
My idea of a perfect night is a box of Cheez-Its, a nice steaming hot bubble bath, and some ESPN. I love it. Just feels good even just saying it. I love it. I don't know, about 6 months ago, I was in my nightly bubbly, as I call them, and my wife was shopping with my daughter Ruthie. They were out, I think at the grocery store. It's just me and Sam at home, my 4-year-old boy. And I'm in my bath, and I hear, I'm gonna kill you.
His belly is just bulged out. He's got all 4 feet in the air, and he's just moaning. He can't even roll over. He's just moaning. Because what he thought would free him, what he thought would make him live, actually placed him in bondage.
Whenever you got a tree house, though, the reason we love them, because regardless of whether it's in the trees, whether it's with blankets, whether it's in the woods, whether it's in a sewer, who cares, right? A tree house was the one place where you could go, and although the square footage was small, your imagination could run wild. It was the one place that you could actually get out of your family tree and into a new place where you were the king or queen of the castle, and you cast all the characters to do exactly what you wanted them to do. Finally, you could get what you wanted.
You see here how excited I was back in the day just to be there. Sanford Stadium, Athens, Georgia, the place of my dreams. It's the place that I always wanted to be.
Dan will be shooting for all of Christianity in this moment. They make an announcement that the guy he's shooting free throws against is from Australia. This is the U.S. versus the world. This is good versus evil at the free throw line.
Whether it was by choice or by circumstance, but what you got was a faith, for better or for worse, that was crafted in a climate-controlled environment. But a lot of times, for the most of us, the normative story is that we lived good lives, came from good homes, and good things happened to us, and we constructed a faith based off of that perception of the world.